Hi. I want to talk to you about something that you all like to talk about, and that's relationships. No, we're not going to talk about romance today. We'll leave that for another segment. We're going to talk about relationships when you are trying to get a job, you're trying to go into a particular college, you're just trying to make an impact so that maybe you become a leader of an organization, or maybe you've started your own organization and you want someone to come on your advisory board. One of my favorite leadership thinkers, Dr. Stephen Covey, Cove, check him out. He said relationships are your greatest currency. If you have relationships, you have everything. Show me a man who has relationships, and I'll show you a man and woman who'll never starve. And so the importance of having relationships involves, when you're meeting a person, really listening to them. Asking thoughtful questions that allow them to talk about themselves. People love to talk about themselves when they have a first meeting. So you engage with something that is called, this is a big word, but it's important, empathic listening. So you're listening for understanding. The other thing is important to do in relationships is having positive body language. When you're shaking their hand, you're looking them in the eye, giving them a nice little smile, and you're nodding, and you're acknowledging who they are. The other important thing in building relationships is, I talked about this before, but asking high-gain questions. What I mean by high-gain questions is not a yes and no, like, do you like chocolate? Yes. But you'd say, so tell me how your passion for chocolate developed to this capacity where now you have your own chocolate shop. This gives the person the opportunity to really express themselves and think inside their mind, gee, this person's really caring about what I'm doing. I might want to get to know them a little better. It also gives you the opportunity to also express yourself, because what happens in a situation when you're engaged in a conversation, usually the person will start asking you high-gain questions that gives you the opportunity to talk about yourself. Or maybe you'll see somebody dressed and has a pin of a particular issue, let's say breast cancer awareness. Then you can connect with them on that. And you could talk about maybe you did the breast cancer run and how you love running and how important it is to you because it gets rid of stress and you just like to connect with other people that are running in the race. These are the things that builds relationships. The other important thing is how you leave the discussion. Maybe that person will ask you for your business card. Usually, if you make a good impression, that person will say, may I have your business card? Or maybe you'll ask them. But the follow-up is really important. Don't let more than 24 to 48 hours go by before you send an email and say, Dave, Jessica, I met you at the party the other night, and we were discussing breast cancer awareness and the run that we had the other day. I want to tell you it was really a pleasure to meet you. And I was really impressed when you told me about how you built your business. I would love to keep in contact with you. You think there's an opportunity we can meet for coffee or tea sometimes? Or if you're bold, lunch? Lunch is on me. That's how you build the relationship. Usually people become impressed by that because you remember you made a good first impression that was lasting. So the follow-up email will remind them, and usually what will happen, I'd say 98% of the time, you'll get a reply and you'll get that meeting. So these are some of the things that you do when you build relationships. And as you build the relationships, what happens is the person that you're connected with, they'll introduce you to other people. And then you get to build a relationship with them. And you start the process again and again and again. And whatever agenda or thing or desire or goal you have can become more of a reality. Because people do business with whom they like. People do business with who they're comfortable with. So this is the way to build relationships. So good luck on that relationship building.